Okay, quick pointer in how to get to Willow Canyon. This is Badwater Road. It's on the 31.5 mile mark. Going south from Furnace Creek. So you start at Furnace Creek, you take Badwater Road just like you're going to Badwater, and you keep going until you hit mile 31, and then 0.5 miles after that you reach this place. And there is the beast. And you see this turnoff onto an unpaved road. It's not too bad, a little bit washboardy, but it's only about 1,000 feet. And there's a sign up here, you can't see it from Badwater Road, but it says Sidewinder. Because Willow Canyon is the same trailhead as Sidewinder Canyon. And you park up at the trailhead and you can see trailhead parking right up there. And you take off on a little trail to the right or south. And that's going to take you up to Sidewinder Canyon, which is the entrance right here. And if you look carefully, you can see some people either coming out of or walking into Sidewinder Canyon. On the other hand, if you want to do Willow Canyon, you park at the same parking area, trailhead parking area, and you head off to the left or north. And there's a little use trail that helps you navigate through all the loose rock. And there's the mouth of Willow Canyon. Willow Canyon, one thing about it is that, wow, there's a lot of wash rock to navigate in Willow Canyon. That does not end. But hey, it's a great little canyon, as you can see from the video today. At the parking area for Sidewinder Canyon and Willow Canyon. And there is if you look at that ridge up ahead, that low ridge, at the end of that ridge is the entrance to Sidewinder Canyon, right in the center there. And we did that last week. Today we're going to go in this direction. And these are the Black Mountains, by the way. And we're going in this direction. We're going to go up Willow Canyon. And from what I hear, there's running water in Willow Canyon year round. So we'll see. Pretty cool to see running water in the desert, especially Death Valley area. Darwin Falls, there's a page for Darwin Falls on LasVegasAreaTrails.com, and that's a spring that runs year round. And this may be a spring on the east side of Death Valley here that also runs year round. We'll see. And then looking around, see the Black Mountains. Now we're looking up Death Valley, pretty hazy at this point. And then circling around, you can see the Panamint Range and Telescope Peak right in the center. And then completing the circuit. And back to Sidewinder Canyon, and then today's destination, Willow Canyon, up in this direction. So there's a little trail that marks the direction from the parking area to Willow Canyon, but it's basically right in there. So let's go ahead and explore Willow Canyon today. Well, the trail is pretty easy to find. And that'll lead us hopefully right into the mouth of Willow Canyon. From then, you just stay in the canyon and you've got it made. Well, we're not far from the parking area, and you can see right down in that area. And the reason I'm showing you this is because the total length of this adventure is about 2 miles in, 2 miles out. So it's not really long, and there's a distinct end to the canyon. Of course, you could, if you're a rock climber, you can go further, but yeah, there's a wall, I understand, at in about 2 miles from the trailhead. So we'll see that, and maybe there'll be some running water cascading over the wall. Well, this little trail's pretty nice. It not only gets you into the mouth of the canyon up ahead, but it's a lot easier to navigate than walking across the rocks all around us. And there you have a little bit of this expanded view of Death Valley, looking north, then looking across to the Panamint Range, west, and then around the corner would be the parking lot, taking a left at this ridge. Well, here we are looking up the mouth of Willow Canyon, and you can almost see, if you just look ahead all the way up. It's kind of into the sun, but if you look ahead all the way, you can almost see where it might end at the base of these mountains. We'll see when we get up there. Shots out the mouth of canyons. It's like it's opening up into the world. And there you have Death Valley below, and you've got Telescope Peak above. And then, of course, looking up the canyon where we're headed. This is one big, wide wash in the lower canyon. Fortunately, this little passageway that I'm taking weaves between all the rocks around us. And you can see, wow, try to just head straight over these rocks, and your whole experience is going to be different. There we're looking out Death Valley, out the mouth of the canyon to Death Valley northwest, and then Panamint Range, Telescope Peak. And so you can see how the canyon, successive flash floods, cut deeper and deeper. Who knows? A million years from now, this could be like the Grand Canyon. We don't know. Seems like the thing to do is stay on the right or the south side of the canyon, where you can avoid all the large rocks, because this is a little pathway, as you can see, that we are on. And it makes it worth it not to be climbing over that stuff all the way up. Here we are looking out the mouth of the canyon, down to Badwater Road, the valley, and across to the Panamint Range. There we are looking out the mouth of the canyon again, and as we gain elevation. And yeah, if you're into wide rocky washes, you will love Willow Canyon. Still in the rocky wash, and it looks like it's going to continue on up ahead for some time. Well, a little over a mile in, we're still in the wash, but look at the walls around us. Definitely rising up. But the canyon is not narrowing too much. There we're looking down out the mouth. And then let's take a look at the north side. That last was the south side. I've never been here before, but I believe it would be hard to be lost because you just stay between the walls as they rise and keep heading up the canyon. The shape of the canyon is starting to change. Here you see the wide wash we've been in, and you see the walls, how they've gradually risen around us. We're looking down the canyon into Death Valley and up north. Okay, let's take a look up the canyon. Still kind of into the sun, so it's not the best, but look how the walls are rising up. Wow. And then you can see the action of water and wind on the side of these walls. We'll get a better shot when the sun's in a better position on the way down. But see how things are narrowing out a bit, but we don't know what it's going to look like around that next corner. Let's find out. Yes, it's getting more interesting. Look at these walls all around us. Looking down out the mouth of the canyon. Then around. This is the north side. That last was the south side. And then let's take a look up this canyon as it continues to narrow. Yeah, and you can see the base of the mountains where at some point we're going to be hit by a vertical wall that ends our progress forward. Now we're looking a little bit like Sidewinder Canyon. There's a slot up here. We don't know how far it goes in on the south side of the canyon. And then looking around. Well, let's just go in here and see what things look like. Well, yeah, you can see the walls dramatically narrowing here in this little slot. Now this was a bit unexpected. Quite an echo in here. Wow, look at that up ahead. I don't know if it's possible to continue much on beyond here. Oh, what do you know? Okay, and we've got a climb here, but looks like it continues on beyond this. So at some point when we could return and take a look at this slot. Just looking down, emerging from the slot. And like I said, this little slot looks like it could go quite a bit further than we made today. Wow, look at that. Well, this looks like a place where you could go one of two directions. There's that high-walled, beautiful-looking canyon in the Black Mountains. And there's this other canyon that is more of the wash, and it looks like, hey, this could be the main wash, except one little sign here. There is an arrow telling us that it's the Rocky Canyon. So let's head in that direction. Still in a pretty wide rocky wash here, but now you can see real rock walls rising up on either side. Here's looking south side of the canyon. And then here's the north side. And you can see the sun just peeking over the edge there. Yeah, the surface is very rocky here. Not a lot of stable ground to stand on. Here's a little hanging plant, desert holly. Nice protected spot, but sacrificing light. Another one up here. These plants will grow anywhere they can get a hold. There we are looking down the canyon and across Death Valley to the Panamint Range. Weaving in between these rugged high rock walls. Very beautiful part of the canyon. We did have to traverse a lot of open wash to get here, but now looks like we're in the more interesting part of Willow Canyon. Still looking for any water, and if there is water ahead, it dives under all these rocks. Little cave up there. You see the high walls around us. And I hear water up ahead. I would think it'd be easy for the water to dive under the rocks because they're very loose and they probably go down quite a ways. But yes, we've got water right ahead here. Okay, now we are in a creek of sorts. Try not to get my feet wet because these rocks I'm climbing over are very, very smooth, washed by the water. Yeah, look at this. A lot of little streams here. There's another one. Actually one stream, but cascading differently over the rocks. It's like somebody built this up here. And we go right over the top. So let's do it. Pretty wild in here. see signs of mountain goats, or bighorn sheep they would be. And the water has disappeared again. Stream is underground in this section, dives down and then resurfaces alternately. Chloride in this rock, making it green, we don't know, but could be a guess. And we're looking more like a little slot canyon here. See across the Panamint Range, down the canyon. Okay, I see a larger fall up ahead. This may be about the end of the trip for me. We don't know. Oh yeah. This is where the seasoned rock climbers begin. As you can see, there's a double fall here and quite a huge cliff face to navigate. This is where the trail runners stop and the rock climbers begin. Beautiful waterfall. Wow, look at that. Yep. One could tackle this, but not me. Here we are headed back, and I thought I'd just be quiet up at the top, get the sounds of the water. There was, as you noticed, that double waterfall and a huge rock wall that just was impassable. And that was the end of this advance here. This trail runner did not do it. But you can see here, a little waterfall here. And here's the ledge that I came up just a bit ago. It's the only ledge in the whole canyon that you have to overcome in order to get up to that double waterfall. So here we go, heading back. Okay, as we get ready to run down this canyon, in the midst of all these rocks, I'm reminded of two great wipeouts this season in Death Valley. One was running down Gower Gulch, and the other was at the base of Titus Canyon after the Titus Canyon Grand Loop. I had made it all the way up Daylight Pass, down to the entrance of Titus Canyon, and then up and through Titus Canyon, 7,000 feet elevation gain overall. And it was only after, and this was on my mountain bike, and on the way down, you know, I made it down the rugged parts of the canyon where there's a cliff on one side of the road, no problem. I started out the mouth of Titus Canyon. There's just a 3-mile approach road there. I thought, wow, 3 miles, I'm almost at Scotty's Castle Road. And so I kind of let my guard down a little bit. Well, I flew over the handlebars and hit my head, even though I had a helmet, just hit my forehead. And wow, a lot of blood out of that experience, and cracked a rib. Still had 15 miles to go on Scotty's Castle Road, but that was the most famous wipeout in Death Valley this season. So I guess what I've learned is always be careful. Never let your guard down. And when you're running in something like this, which I'm going to do in just a moment, lift up your feet and take your time, because making it down to the bottom, if you're a little slower, making it down in one piece is much, much better than having to deal with pain and suffering for weeks. I had 3 weeks ago, Titus Canyon, and oh, I can hardly breathe with this cracked rib. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to still run it, but be very, very careful. We'll see if I'm still in one piece at the bottom of this canyon. Well, just about back at the parking area, Trailhead. Interestingly enough, it took me 2.5 hours to get up to the top of Willow Canyon between all the videos and pictures. And it took me 25 minutes to get down. And I'm still in one piece. Just picked my feet up a lot. I'm used to running, when I run on asphalt, I keep my feet low to conserve energy. And if I fall into that kind of pace on this kind of surface, it can be pretty disastrous. So have to remind myself to pick up my feet even when I'm tired. But here we are. What an awesome time in Willow Canyon today. Back at the beast.